Kelvin Martinez, also known as DJ Gallon. He's not only a DJ, he's an attorney, and he's an entrepreneur. And his speech has a title, How Synchronization Creates Opportunity.
Everybody just experienced something wonderful. That wasn't just music. I call it synchronization. It's every drum had different role. If you notice, every single one of those movements had a story to tell, had a language, had expression, had an idea, had a purpose. That is what Garifuna people is all about. And every one of you is part of that. The idea of getting together, every single one of those people that came to this stage has something wonderful to share with you guys today. And it's aligned with what I'm about to tell you. My name is Kelvin Martinez. Yes, I am a DJ. I am a lawyer. More importantly, as a DJ, I understand the life of synchronization, organization, structure. That is exactly what you just saw here today. Communication. The singing part was telling a story. The shakers was telling another story, was guiding, was telling us where to go, how to start, how to organize. That's what Garifuna people is all about. They have this unique culture that we can share with you. But today, there's something more about that culture. It's about taking that culture and to building something very important, very powerful, to share with the world what the world is expecting from an indigenous community that has a lot, especially talented people. I was asked today, how do I relate my career as a DJ with everything that I do today? Well, first of all, DJ saved my life, right? That is how everything started. I had a different speech, but this is actually the way how nature works. I see a lot of friendly faces, a lot of people that I know, and every one of these people have a strategic point that could be aligned with Garifuna people, and Garifuna people should be aligning with every one of us here today. Not just Garifuna people from Punta Gorda, which, by the way, this is the African Heritage Month in Honduras. We are celebrating something far more unique. We have Punta Gorda right here, who is the first Garifuna settlement in the region after the exile from St. Vincent. We are told that some of us can't make it when that is wrong. When I first was introduced to a development, I questioned it just like everybody else questions development. They say we're going to lose the culture. They say we're going to lose this. We cannot move forward from this point to the next. And I say that's wrong. Actually, the world is moving and we're still stuck behind. We have the most beautiful beaches. We have the most beautiful area. We have the most beautiful culture. I will brag about that. But we're missing something, and that is synchronization. When you have synchronization aligned with communication, you have a structure. And when you have a structure, then you can create wealth, you can create opportunities, you can create a bridge to move forward from one point to the next. And if you remember every one of those ideas that was expressed here today, they're all part of it. Because once you align those ideas, once you align every one of you with our culture, then we create participation. One of the things that we fear as Garifuna people is the fact that we will lose something that is alive today based on the development. That is totally wrong. Actually, it's going to empower it. Imagine something we have today, AI. I say in 5 to 10 years, AI is going to replace 30% of the job in the world today. Garifuna people still struggle in our community who we have access to this even far more beautiful, no offense, than this view. We have rivers, lake. We produce our own food. We got our own music, our own language. We have talent. What we're missing is synchronization. When I DJ, I'm usually here playing music. But when I DJ, part of the trick is when I play a song, I have to play the next song in coordination with one song that I'm already playing. If I miss the track, if I miss the rhythm, if I miss a BPM per se, then I will lose the crowd because that connection is broken, right? The energy drops and you people will feel it. You don't have to, nobody have to tell you that. So as culturally speaking, and not just the indigenous Garifuna people, but we also have 7 other indigenous community in this country with a unique story, with a unique life, rivers, lake. Imagine turning those things into opportunity without losing the very own foundation of the well-being. We have it. It was given to us to develop from it, not to hide it to the world, right? So today, I speak of that in that fundamental idea because a lot of investors are looking for opportunities, and a lot of us all throughout the world are looking for opportunity as well. Why are we looking? We're here. We know each other. So let's get together and let's build that opportunity from culture, from expression. That's how you go from surviving mode into living, because our ancestor has given us that opportunity. So music is one of our biggest expression. According to UNESCO, it's one of the things that matters to the humanity the most. And what you saw, the drums, again, was having a lead. The maracas, the singers was telling a story. So synchronization, communication builds structure. And then when you have a structure, you have opportunity, you have wealth. So to you all, I invite you to come and understand more about the Garifuna people, about the English-speaking Black Islanders, about the Arawak, Pech, Maya, Lenka, all of those people, and understand how we can work together to move forward from one point to the next. Because there is wealth to be built through respect, mutual respect, through coordination, and by having a structure. That is why I came here to express with you the idea of synchronizing our interests, our struggle. Because one of the things we're lacking in the world today is pretty much that synchronization. And trust me, as a DJ, I know a lot about that. So I invite you to do exactly that. Garifuna people should not be afraid to understand. We should have more Garifuna people here today. I'll bring them next time. And you guys need to come and visit us and figure out how we can build this and how we can empower people here and how we can empower people throughout the diaspora. As you know, Garifuna people started here after St. Vincent, and then we moved from here to Belize, to Guatemala, to Nicaragua, all the way to New York City and Europe. And I visited every one of them. I grew up in New York City. I was born in San Pedro Sula. My name is Kelvin Martinez. I'm from the world, and we're built here. God gave us this world to explore it, to build from it, not to hide it, not to fight each other, but to organize each other forward. That's what Garifuna is all about. That's what I'm sharing with you today. Thank you guys for your time, and come visit us.